There are three things a gay always needs.
Craziest thing happened to me today.
We gotta know the tea. We gotta keep the tea. We gotta be the best friend.
Guess who I saw on the dating app the other day?
I'm so glad that phones cannot talk, because if my phone could talk, the secrets that it would tell.
Wow, I really was blessed with good looks. Like, look at me.
Welcome back to another day of Good Day Gay Podcast. What's up, y'all? It's me, Russell Ray, along with Pauly B. What's up, Pauly B?
G'day. I just came off the back. I just came off the back of a bottomless brunch.
Yes.
Woo! Let's go bottomless brunch.
Come on. No bottom was spared.
Literally, I was like, this ain't bottomless.
Dead. Today we are talking about thanks for the trauma. Next, how to get over your summer scoop or your holiday hookup. Because after all, the holidays are around the corner, both here and in Australia, despite it being different types of seasons. So let's get into this. Have you ever had a summer fling? Have you ever had a summer scoop or a cuffing season boo and it didn't work out?
I would say yes. I reckon I spoke about it last week. Yes, there was definitely someone recently that was around the holiday season. You know, it was nice. Like, you get to spend a lot of time together. It's warm here in Australia, so you get to go to the beach. And yeah, it didn't work out.
Oh no.
Oh no. And you know me, I get a little bit possessive sometimes. And not possessive, but like when I like someone, I like someone. And so yeah, it took me a while to get over that person, I'd say.
I had a couple myself.
You did?
Yeah, between relationships.
Oh my god.
I've had both.
Wait, did you say between? You said between relationships.
Between relationships, yeah.
Wow.
Because I was like,
okay.
I'm gonna be single about all this. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. And I'm like, oh my god, I love this person. And then it didn't work.
You're not a single girl. Like, you're really not a single girl, are you?
I'm not outside like that.
You're not outside. I think you try to be outside, but you can't be outside.
I try to be outside, and then someone ends up throwing me inside and like puts the key in the trash, and then I gotta find it.
Someone's literally like, "Get the fuck in here,"
and I'm like, "All right," like I'm inside, just like running back into the house.
Oh gosh. And were you like, did it take you a while to get over those like summer flings or like?
So two of them,
scoops?
yes. Two of them were very hard to get over. Because they were like interim, kind of like, oh, like I really think that this could be something serious.
Yeah.
And I was devastated because I was like, I'm never gonna get anybody that good looking again, and I'm just gonna be this ugly person, and I don't look like the guys that are Andrew Christian models. Like, it was a whole thing. Because like Andrew Christian was big back then.
I remember like it was always the runways, right? The runways and all of the campaign videos.
Music videos. Yep.
Yeah. And then you start to think like, oh, like Andrew Christian models, they're all twinks. And then they started releasing people that weren't twinks. And you're like, yep. Never gonna be one of those guys.
And I'm still not.
But I was going to say
not
that
a single one of them can compete with these cheeks. I'll tell you that.
No.
Tell you that. Not a single one of them has ever been able to compete with these cheeks. And I've known that first experience because I've been in West Hollywood and they have stopped in their tracks when they've seen this ass. And they're like, of course. Is that real? And I'm like, 100%. Do you want to see the stretch marks? I will show you.
The stretch marks. Wow.
That's how you know it's real.
That's how you know. I think though, like to your point about what you were saying about like where you thought that you weren't going. First of all, let's just like, I thought I was like starting to sober up, but I'm clearly like a little bit lit at the moment. So every week it's like this is getting more and more unfiltered, but you know what? I think you guys like it, so let's just go for it. Um, but I guess to your point as well, like how you said you thought you might have not gotten over these people. I think what makes it difficult to get over people is when they definitely top the last person, if that makes sense.
No pun
Because
intended.
every
Yeah.
oh, they topped the last person? What? But you know, every time you sort of think like I'm never going to meet someone like that, and then you meet someone that's better than that. And
Mm.
so it definitely makes it more difficult to get over that because yeah, you have to find someone else that's like better than that. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, I'm just gonna be this ugly non-Andrew Christian model
Stop.
wannabe. Um, but I will say I did get a few compliments on my skin the past few days, so I'll take it. I'll take what I can get.
Mm.
Okay. When you're 57 and you have skin like this, people start to love it.
Yeah,
Also, I look
exactly.
tired. I have been. Can you believe? Hold on, before we continue, can you believe I pulled?
Yes.
I'm
You've what,
on my.
sorry?
I'm on my fourth 7-day week.
Yeah. Wow, you've been
Like, of
busy.
nonstop, and, like, even Monday, like, I'm on vacation starting Monday, and, like, even Monday, I have something to do.
Oh
It's
my
my niece's
gosh.
birthday party, I have a dermatology appointment, and then
Yeah.
finally, I get to slow down on Tuesday. Like, I leave in the morning to fly to Salt Lake City, and then
What?
speaking of cuffing season,
Oh my gosh, what?
um, guess who I met?
Mariah Carey.
No. I met Miguel, the singer.
No, I love
Yes.
him.
I almost fainted.
How where what was he wearing? Like was he wearing a
He
tank
was
top?
in a very
Because
cool kind of like almost like street biker outfit with like the goggles, right? Very, very, very nice. Like very
oh
thanks, man. I really appreciate you. Blah, blah, blah. Like, you know what I mean? Like I was like, dang, Chaos is like a really good album, like because it just came out in October.
yeah, I
And
need
he's
to
like,
listen
oh,
to
thanks,
that
man. You like
one.
the album? I was like, yo, because he sings in English and Spanish on the album.
Yeah, he does. It's great.
And this was like a full circle moment for me because, as the viewers know and the listeners know, I had
Mm-hmm.
a Day of the Dead, Dia de los Muertos
Mm,
Halloween party
mm,
this year,
mm.
which was based off of the movie Coco, which Miguel sings the
Exactly.
soundtrack
He
to.
sings the soundtrack to that.
So I was all in my feelings. I didn't even know how to feel. And then when he was just the nicest person ever, I was like, and
I love that.
then the day before that, I met
Mm.
Janelle Monáe. Gay
Oh,
queen icon. Also, 10 out of 10 recommend. Like, just the nicest
her
person.
her like last album, I don't know if you listened to her last album, but it's so underrated. Like it needed more attention than it got. I think it's because it came out around the same year that like Renaissance came out, but
Mm,
her latest album was freaking amazing. Like there were so many good tracks on that. But to I guess like going back to Miguel, like Miguel has two tracks that like two tracks that need to be on everybody's bedroom playlist. Like, what's that track? Adorn, and what's that other
what is
track?
that?
Like, even if the sky comes
Oh,
falling,
Adorn.
he... no, Adorn is let my
The one
love
everyone cries
adorn
to.
you. No one cries to that song. They do more than cry to that song.
Even if the sun don't shine. And everyone, there was so many videos on TikTok with that for like the longest time. And it was like
Oh,
people
I
crying in
hate
the corners, like,
TikTok.
even if the sky is
Oh
falling,
gosh,
even
TikTok
if the
ruining
sun
everything for us millennials.
TikTok ruining everything. But yes, it has been a fulfilling week. The fact that I got to meet Janelle Monáe,
That's so
um,
cool. I love that.
and the fact that I got to meet and talk to Miguel was like,
That's sick. That's actually really sick. I feel like
yeah.
LA is that bitch. Do you know what I mean? Like,
And I feel like I'm also that bitch because I don't get starstruck because I'm to my own horn. I'm a performer. They're a performer. They're just at a different capacity of performing, but we're
that's a
all
good
in the
point.
same boat. Like,
You're
you know what I
all
mean?
performers. Yeah.
Yeah, like a community theater kid is just on a smaller scale than someone who's on Broadway,
Mm, mm,
you know?
mm.
So it's like I don't obsess. Internally I might, but like I'm not the type of person that's gonna run up on someone and be like, "Oh my god!" Like
Yeah, yeah.
there's a respectful way to do it. And so, you know, Miguel was like, "Yo, like album chaos is
But
dope,"
I
you know?
yeah, but I think as well, like celebrities would have other people, other celebrities that they also look up to, if that makes sense. Like
Oh,
they
100%.
yeah,
Taylor Swift
exactly.
talks
They
about it
would
all the
have
time.
those moments.
Yeah.
Mm, mm.
So bringing this full circle, this was my holiday handcuff, summer scoop, and then I got my heart broken because I had to say goodbye.
Are you talking about Miguel?
Yes, which
Girl,
puts
that's
me into to the next portion of our
girl.
episode is
Yeah,
the
but all I'm
Delulu
gonna
phase.
exactly, that's exactly what I was gonna say. This is not a cuff. That is not a cuff. That is
Oh,
not a something.
100% it was a cuff. I don't know why you're downplaying this. Like I'm not something like I don't have anything to offer, Paul.
That is a Delulu Lulu. I don't know what to say. That's a Delulu Lulu.
The
That's what
Lululemon,
that is.
okay?
A
Mind your
Delulu
business.
lemon. Okay.
So now we're gonna bring in the Delulu where was it really something or someone you were in love with, or were you a little bit delusional? And where is your marker for being like over
Ooh.
romanticized and what becomes delusional?
See, because I'm thinking about back to the last person that was like, I'm in a relationship now. Oh my gosh, I just saw him in the reflection. He's about to walk in. Oh, wait, why am I acting like this
But
on
Delulu.
live? It ain't the Lulu, baby. I got a man's. But
Okay. You
okay,
better
let's
talk
just
that
calm
talk.
down. Let's just calm down right now. He's literally walking through the door now, and I'm about to talk about the last person. The last person. Oh, sorry, baby. But I would say that, like, because I guess I'm a bit shy now. So I guess with like, with Daniel, this is real. This is him
Mhm.
here. He doesn't want to walk in the frame. Hello, he's
Okay.
behind me. He's behind the ring light right now.
We
He's
can sense the scruff.
You can sense the scruff. He did shave.
The whole audience can sense the scruff.
He did shave the other day, but there's still a bit of scruff
The trade
there.
is in the room, honey.
The trade of the season, the trade of my life. But I would say that, okay, so when do you know? What we're talking about when you know someone, like something you were in was
When it's
Delulu.
real versus when it's
When
Delulu.
it's real versus when it's Delulu. Delulu being like delusional, like it was all in your head, you made it up.
Like
So I would
this wasn't like anything significant. Like it was just hookups.
it was okay. I feel like it was more than that, but I think again, like going back to my point, you sort of have a benchmark from the previous situationship or from the previous like summer fling, and if what you're currently in is like at a benchmark above the last person, then
Mhm.
you sort of have that thought where you're like, okay, this feels different to the last person because it ticks all the boxes that was missing in the last situationship, essentially.
Mm.
And I think that plays into a little bit of the delulu where you're like, yeah, this could be real because like this person's ticking the boxes that the other person didn't tick, if that makes sense. Or are
Yes.
you not getting on with what I'm saying because you're yawning?
Girl, I have been up since 4 o'clock this morning. And
I'm joking, girl.
you know what? There's a way. The show will always go on. I don't care if I have to
The
be up there
show
6
will go
hours.
on.
I'm
Even
going
though
to,
I'm lit, you've been up since 4 a.m.
and
The
I'm gonna
show
get
will
4 hours
go
of
on.
sleep, and I'm gonna fly to Salt Lake City, and I have a show that's gonna be 3 hours, and
Oh
it's gonna
my
be
gosh.
wonderful. And then I'm gonna fly right back and come right to my kickball game. So
Busy girl.
what
But
I'm telling you, celebrities are only on a larger scale than I am. Like we literally live the same life. I'm busy. I'm always traveling. I'm
yeah.
working. I'm on
Yeah,
stage. Social life is zero. I have
yeah.
fans. A lot smaller
Plane.
scale.
Another plane. Club.
Club.
Bus. But okay, so what
Relationship. Another relationship.
Situationship, summer fling, next.
Heartbreak, dead.
But what about you? Like, how do you sort of differentiate between, like, okay, is this actually something or is it delulu? Like, what are your thoughts on that?
It's never happened, so I can't.
The delusion
So
right now. The delusion right
no,
now.
look,
Okay.
the I will say I've had honest, intentional relationships. Like even
Yeah.
if they're for a short span of time. Now, did I think like this is I'm
Mm.
gonna get married? I've thought that twice, and I was
I
like,
love
and I
that.
was that was
Okay.
definitely in my early 20s when I'm talking like fresh 21.
Yeah.
It-
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
19, 20, that was that 19 and 21 were the two times I was like, this is the one. I'm gonna get married.
Okay, so
And
like
it's just the
reflecting back to
useful.
those two, yeah, but reflecting back to those two things, like, did you then think, like, now that you're like a seasoned 30 something year old, like, do you look back to that time and you go, like, I was
A
effing
fucking
delusional,
idiot.
a fucking idiot, exactly.
Excuse my French. But I look back and I'm like, that was so unrealistic. But to be honest, I came
Yeah.
from parents they got together at 14, they got married at
Mm,
18,
mm.
they had
You
their
had a
first
good
kids by 18 and
example.
19.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it was like an unrealistic expectation against the inflation of what was going on in the United States of like, I can do this too.
Mm.
I can have a relationship and this is going to be blah, blah, blah. But I also didn't have the independence that my parents had at that age. Right?
Yes.
Because I was
Yes.
a little bit I was allowed to roam free, but I was also slightly more sheltered, slightly more like you're not gonna do these types of things because I've already learned those lessons.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
definitely one was a girl and one was a boy, and I was like, I'm definitely gonna marry both of these. Clearly that didn't happen.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I thought I was gonna be a dad by 19. Like there was a whole thing. I was
Wow.
like, because my
Wow.
brother was a dad by 19. And
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
delusion, bitch. I still don't know what I'm doing
Delusion.
until this day. I'm like, how am I going to pay my water bill? Because we haven't got to 100,000 subscribers yet. So
That's what we need to do.
that's delusional that we're going to get there.
Is it
No,
though?
it's really not. I've actually had some people
Yeah.
who come to my shows and then
Mm.
they're like looking on my Instagram and then they like click on, they're like, oh my God, you have a podcast? I want to
Ah,
listen. And so they've started listening. And they'll DM me like, "Oh my God, this is so good! You guys are so funny. You need like
no
your own
way.
TV show." And I'm like, "Well, if you know a producer, call us." Uh,
Sometimes I get so like I love doing the podcast with you because I feel like it's literally just you and I catching up.
yeah,
Like we always talk about how we need to catch up more, and then it gets to the day that we film and we're literally just like we were
catching
so
up.
busy that we didn't get to catch up until now. But I think like I love the podcast because it's just you and I having a chat. And so if I know that there are people out there listening, like I will get shy. So
Really?
I think so. I don't know. I don't
To
know.
be
I
fair,
say that, but really I like the attention.
in true Pisces form. To be fair,
True Pisces.
I every time I go on stage, like it was last week, and I was getting ready to perform in Hollywood, and
Mm,
the DJ's in front of me, and he always goes out first because I work with this DJ a lot. DJ Chaos. Shout out to
mm.
DJ Chaos.
DJ Chaos. Bow, 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 bow.
So he's in front of me. He goes out first, and I like he starts to go out, and he looks back, and I was like, I gotta throw up. He
Oh,
was like, every time
oh no.
I've
Oh
almost thrown up
no.
before I've gone on stage, but I always get like this, like where you get like a nervous pee, and
It's
then I think
nervous
like I'm gonna
energy.
shit myself, and then I'm like, nope,
Exactly.
definitely
It's
gonna throw
nervous
up.
energy.
And
Yeah. Yeah.
and then before you know it, like the countdown is at 1 and it's like boom, live, like spotlights on me. I'm like, yo, what's up, Hollywood? And I gotta just push through.
Yeah.
So like I can understand
Okay.
you getting nervous because I
Okay, but
also get
to
nervous.
that point though, so to that point, I guess with the last like summer fling that I had, one
Mhm.
of the benchmarks that I had with that situationship was like this doesn't feel toxic, if that makes sense. Like
Yeah.
I think through going through therapy and through like reflecting on like previous situationships and relationships, like I was really able to identify like toxic situations. And that was probably one of the reasons why I was the Lulu and thought that it was a thing, because I was like, okay, this doesn't feel toxic. Like it feels like an adult kind of thing, like if that makes
Mm-hmm.
sense. Do you know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? Like,
Mm-hmm.
mm, mm, yeah.
My last relationship, that one was Delulu. I wasn't the Delulu one. They were. Um, because within a year,
Yeah, yeah,
because we were together for a couple years, within a year, I
yeah.
knew I was like, I'm not gonna marry you. I can barely stand you, and I can barely stand your family. Um,
Why did you stay then?
I don't know.
You're one of those people that are like, I need to get out. And
No, I'm also like the benefit of the doubt person as well.
yeah,
Like,
fair
oh,
enough. That's good.
maybe it'll come around, right? Like, I'm very hopeful because
That's not a bad thing.
starting over is a bitch, right? And
It is.
that's part of this episode is like starting over is a bitch. So you really are like, oh God, like you know what I mean? You gotta like there has to be the tension and there has to be the this and there has to be the that, and like you gotta hate everybody, and it's a whole thing. Um
See, okay, I think I've been lucky in the fact that like off the bat of like a few summer flings or like cuffing season situationships or whatever,
uh-huh.
I've been lucky to have like a holiday, if that makes sense. Like I remember there was one guy that I was seeing for maybe like a month. Like it was very short lived. But
Okay.
again, I was like, okay, this feels like it's something. But
Yeah.
then he sort of was like, no, I don't want to see you anymore, blah, blah, blah. Luckily, I was like heading to Canada the next day. So then, do
Okay.
you know what I mean? Like I was able to like have something to take my mind off of it. And like I met guys on that trip that then like gave me the confidence to remember, like, okay, like why am I getting sad over this one guy when there's like guys out there that like
Yeah.
me? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I've been lucky that like in terms of starting over, like I've been able to start over at the beginning of a holiday, which has been like a blessing.
That is not that shake all up in the microphone.
Oh, sorry.
That was so loud. Um
Oh my god, sorry.
ASMR,
ASMR,
let's get into the healing pipeline because
Okay,
we've
let's do it.
like been there, been delusional, been there, done that. Thought you were gonna get married, thought I was gonna get married, wasn't gonna happen, didn't happen. We're here now, and we're not married. Um, despite being happy.
Were we? Yeah.
Um, so here's some things that I've discovered that help people
Mm,
get through the healing process.
okay, go for it.
Block and be blessed. Um, throw out the things that they left behind. Burn. Um, hit the gym, but
Yeah.
like for
One.
serotonin, not revenge.
Mm,
Re-enter the world as a newly independent icon. Rebrand your heartbreak as character development. Like what?
I like that one.
I'm not that literate, so I don't entirely comprehend what that means, but here we are. Um, and here's what some of our listeners said to do. Hold on, let me log into this.
Oh gosh, here we go. Here we go.
Travis
Come on,
said
Travis.
Travis is also trade.
Mm,
Um,
okay.
Travis said, channel your anger and heartbreak into motivation at the gym. Become the one that people say, oh, he's definitely doing much better than when he was with his ex, when they talk about you. Not only is
Mm,
exercising good for your physical and mental health, but it makes you better. And who doesn't want to be known as the hot one?
mm.
Um, hold on, there's a few other ones that Let me tell you, there was a few that popped in here, and I was like, "What is happening?" Which is also going to lead into
Okay.
my Naur Moment of the week
But
because
the only thing that I want to know from all of this is like, because I feel like everything that you said and like what Travis said, like, yes, all of that's like good and it works. But I
Mhm.
feel like all of them were about being the better person or being the one that looks better or being the one that comes out on top. Like, what is the problem with just like dealing with the emotions and feeling the feelings and being like, I'm sad right now, but it didn't work out.
because nobody wants to do that. To be
Why are
honest, no one wants to do that, right? No one wants to be as like the one who sucks the life out of the situation, or the one who's like a fun
Mm,
sucker, or the one who is just like depressing. You're like, gosh, Debbie, shut up! Like you're such a Debbie Downer.
yeah,
Um, and then there's
yeah.
Amber Hale's solution. In order
Okay,
to
go
get
for it.
over someone, you got to get under someone. That's my
Of
tip.
course, I knew you were gonna say that. I knew you were gonna say that. And if you didn't say that,
And
I was
Amber is
gonna
a mother
ask
of
you.
three.
Oh, oh,
Shout out to Amber.
Amber for getting under. Um, but okay, I knew you were going to bring that one up because that's a saying that a lot of people say.
Uh-huh.
But if you didn't bring that up, I was going to ask you what your thoughts are on that. So, what are your thoughts on to get over someone, you need to get under someone? Like, what are your thoughts on that?
To get over someone, you got to get under someone. Like, look, here's what it is. Hold on. One more.
Oh,
Scott
okay.
said weekly therapy. Which
Thank
is
you,
closer
Scott.
to your range of what you were talking about.
Thank you, Scott. Thank you for one. Is Scott gay or is Scott straight?
Scott is gay.
Thank
Uh,
you for the one gay out there that like
Scott is
is
Scott is gay, recently single, worth 2.5 million.
okay. And is Scott handsome? Is Scott
I don't
guapo?
know how much Scott is worth. Scott's very handsome.
Okay.
Scott is actually a catfish, and I told him this, not in a bad way. I was like, he told me his age, and I was like, hold on. We're not the same age. And he's like, no, I'm older than you. And I was like, I swore you were
Okay.
33.
Well, you know what? That makes me happy that there is a handsome gay out there that isn't all about getting under people or trying to be the better looking person out of a situationship. So I want to clap to that. Give me a clap, please.
Give you a clap.
Give me a
Yeah.
clap. Okay, but I do want to know what your
Shots fired. Just kidding.
what was her name? To get
Um,
over someone, you got to get under someone.
Amber
Shots
Hale.
fired. Okay, so Amber Hale, what is your thoughts on that saying? Like, to get over someone, you have to get under someone. Go.
My thoughts on that is I don't entirely think it's terrible, but let me
Hmm.
dial this back. Also, DeCarlos just no, hold on. What am I forward?
DeCarlos.
Yeah, we used to work together. He said, "Okay, I'm into this." Um, my thing is you need to move forward and propel yourself forward, and I think almost the best way to do that, but you have to be conscious of
Mm. Yes.
um
Yes. Conscious.
you have to be conscious of this situation because it can get sticky very fast, right? So you need
Mm.
to get yourself out
Mm.
there and you need to start discovering your likes and dislikes in people. You need to go on dates, right? You need to go on dates,
Yeah.
coffee dates. You need to go on meetups. You need to meet other people because you need to see what cycle you were in and what else the world has to
Yeah.
offer. However, you need to
Hmm.
understand that that is not the time to be looking for hero syndrome where
Correct.
you want someone to come in and
Correct.
rescue you. You need to understand what it is and you need to make it clear from the beginning as like, I really enjoy your company. I'm just
Yeah.
not trying to be, and it sucks because they're like, oh, like he's emotionally unavailable. No, like I really just got out of a relationship. Like I really enjoy your time. I would like to build a friendship with you, but I really like who you are and what you're about.
Yeah.
Um,
Sorry, I just read a comment that is like freaking hilarious. So from Disuelo, it was like, fuck a few to feel a few and you.
and heal you.
But okay. to your point, I
Uh-huh.
think I do agree with that. I think that after something ends, like things need to definitely be intentional
Mm-hmm.
and like driven by conscious thought.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think that dating I think dating can be fun, but I think it could be dangerous if that makes
Very
sense. Like,
dangerous.
but I think that, and so I sort of agree with, and I'm like, okay, is my boyfriend listening to this?
On the chat now.
On the chat now. No, so I don't think that to get over someone, to get under someone, to get over someone, you have to get under someone. I don't think that's the right solution if it's done through unconscious thought of like just doing it for the sake of doing it.
Like
I
malice
think
intent.
like just to get over someone, like, oh, I need to, like, I feel shit right now,
I
so
need to
I just
I
need
need to
to
fill this
I
space.
need to feel I need to fill this space. Like, I don't think that that's exactly the right answer, but I don't see the point in going, okay, you know what? I do acknowledging like I do feel like shit right now, but I know that if I go to this hookup, it's not going to be the answer. But I also know that it's going to make me feel good. And right now, I just need something to fill my sense of rejection or sense of,
Mm-hmm.
do you know what I mean? Like there's a
Mm-hmm.
conscious thought around that, if that makes sense. And
Yes.
same with going on dates. Like, okay, like what to your point, like, okay, I'm going on this date right now, but I'm just doing it to sort of give me the confidence boost that I need right now, if that makes
Mm-hmm.
sense. Yeah, I think it needs to be driven by intention and conscious thought. So,
I think you. I
yeah.
think. I think when anything ends, a situationship, and I mean this could be devastating because you planned on bringing this person home
Mm,
for your vacations and all these
yeah.
things. Humby also went through something that was similar to that. It was
Mm-hmm.
a short-term relationship, really, which sucks because I actually had high hopes for this person.
Oh,
It ended
yeah.
up doing him wrong, and then Humby ended up single, and it was like right before the holidays, so it was a bit of like
But
a bit
also,
much.
like, okay, but to your point as well, like, as the friend, as a close friend, to be like, I had high hopes, like, that's also sad. You know what I mean? Because it's like
Yes.
you meet someone and you're like, my friends like this person, like, I like them around my friends, like, oh my gosh, my voice. Like, that's also sad. Like, when you see your friends getting along with this person and you're like, oh,
Yeah.
fuck.
Well,
Like,
here's the thing too, because he dated one guy and he was like, "What do you think about this guy?" And I was like, "He's nice," but there was a few times where I made jokes and he didn't like my jokes, and I'm funny, okay? So let's start there. He
I
took
just want to
like offense
know.
to it. I said something like, come, I said, boy, come over here so I can feed you so we can get you thick. I said, because my friend like a thick man. He loves a thick man. He's like, nobody wants to be thick, and I don't want to be thick. And I was like, okay, first of all, tight tits, get your panties out of a wad because you know what I mean? So like I was already offended because I'm like, it's not that serious. And then
Yeah,
he
yeah,
said something
yeah,
else about
yeah.
he had he said something be like, you sound Mexican or something like that. And dude was Hispanic. Um, and hubby was like, what the F is that supposed to mean? And I was like, I don't like him. He could choke, right?
Yeah, look,
Um,
all I want to know, because like humor is subjective, right? But if he listened to our podcast, would he be on board with our podcast? That's all I want to know.
he probably would have reported us for this episode because I mentioned him, to be honest.
Report him, block him, delete him.
But we're probably already in the
Never.
YouTube verse of oh, they're talking negative. This is slander against me. He's that type of person.
Well,
Uh
it helps.
then again, he was from Camarillo, so I've heard not terrible things, but I just heard that the gay community does not prosper in Camarillo. So
There's the answer.
then there was the new guy, and I was like, oh, this is like this. I
Yeah,
could really see this guy because Humby is very selective on who he actually wants to invest his time in dating wise.
which is a
And so
good
this
thing.
person, yeah, this person was really getting that attention. I was like, wow, I've never seen you like this before. So I was starting to reach out and getting to know this person. And
Yeah.
then when the heartbreak happened, let me tell you,
Oh.
1 year later, he zombied and he came back, not to date,
Zombies.
but like to have
To
this conversation,
get
right?
under, yeah.
Then reached out to me, and I was like, "Oh, you're definitely gonna get it now." So,
You're gonna get it, or you're gonna get
both.
it?
No.
Oh.
So he asked me, what I thought, and I said, honestly, I can't stand the way that you did my friend. You did my friend dirty. You portrayed one thing, and then you did this.
Mm, mm,
And I think it was wrong. I think you need to really grow up as an individual, and you're at the age
yeah,
of where you should consciously know what you
yeah,
want in life, and not to
100%.
the fact that you had a whole boyfriend that you were trying to portray that he was someone helping you
Mm,
design your
mm,
apartment, and a friend that you found annoying, and then you end up moving with him to a whole different state and you guys are dating, is wild to me. Because
mm,
that I said, the fact that my friend was staying at your house
mm.
and that you basically this other guy was living with you as well, and my friend was also there multiple times a week, is outlandish to me. And you really thought you had it made, and I can't respect that. And I think that you should really look into yourself as a person, because I feel like there's an emptiness in you that you have
Yeah,
not addressed.
but see, that's where exactly, and that's where I get to the point that I was trying to make before. Like, everything leading up to that point, was it done with conscious thought, or was it just done with the maybe, and I don't know if this was the situation, but maybe he had gotten out of something, or maybe he had just wanted to like feel something, and so then he starts to go on dates and he starts to do all of that, but it's not done with the conscious thought of like, I could actually be hurting someone right now, or I could actually be like, this.
I think he started dating Humby, and I think he fell in love with Humby in hopes that his current relationship at the time was ending.
Nah, fuck him right
I,
off.
Thank you. But I think that was his mindset of like, oh, I'm not liking this relationship that I'm in. It's kind of here and there, and I'm hoping that it's going to end. So I'm going to put myself out there to see if there's anything better that can come my way. Then he found
Nah.
Humby, and then it's like, oh, yeah, like, oh, this is cool. This is great. And I think he thought his relationship was going to fall off, and then really discovered that the guy was doing everything for him while he was a full-time student. So then I feel like there was like this guilty conscience of like, I should stay in this relationship because he's
Nah.
doing all of this for me.
Nah. You know who needs to slide into Humby's DMs?
Tell us who.
Was it Travis? No, not Travis. Was it Scott, the one that talked about therapy?
We're going to just nope. That one's not going to happen. I'm
Well, all I'm
right
saying
now.
is that it feels like Scott is like emotionally available,
We're
and he
friends
would
with
like.
Scott, so that is, you don't date your friends.
Well, Scott, I hope you find someone out there that values
Oh,
that
I
you're
think Scott
actually.
I think Scott is going to be very hot on the market.
I I want to I want to market Scott right now. I want Scott. I want to find
Just
Scott
not
a
even knowing
date.
what Scott looks like in your R&D market.
Exactly. I don't
See,
know what
that's how
Scott
you
looks
know I'm a good
like.
friend, because I gassed him up so much that you're like, yes, I believe Russell,
Literally.
and I just
Literally.
trust the fact that he's cute, and he is.
Does anyone out there listening to our podcast right now want to go on a date with Scott? Because I'll pay. No. I'll
That was
pay.
live and recorded
I
and
will pay
streamed,
to the value of 15 Australian dollars, which
which is
is what?
$6.95 in America.
That's like one coffee that they can just share, like
Not even
literally
a
two.
Starbucks coffee is $9.25 because I bought one this morning.
Scott, look, I'm looking out for you, but I'm not going to take you on an extravagant date. I'm sorry.
Disuelo said, does he got a password? Hold on. Let me see. I need to click on
Ask him.
Disuelo's profile. Oh, hold on. Oh my gosh, we can show the comments.
Ah!
He got a passport?
He got a passport.
Actually, hold on. Can you DM me on Instagram, Disuelo? Because
Not
this
the live request to get into
no,
the
this
DMs.
actually might work out. TBH, because yeah, I just have a good feeling about this. Just message me, and we're gonna talk about this. He does have a passport.
All I know is
He can
that
travel to you, no problems at all. Because I'm assuming where are you at, Disuelo?
in the US. Texas? Was it Texas?
Oh, Scott can get to Texas, no problem. So
I know who it is. Of course I do. See?
um
Me and Desuelo
yes,
go way
yes. You know
back.
what? Yes. Message me and I'm going to send you Scott's Instagram and then you guys can go from there. And I'm gonna text Scott and be like, yo, I'm sending
Yes.
someone your direct I'm sending a blessing in your direction.
I'm gonna send
Um
Scott. I don't know Scott, but I'm gonna send him a DM and say, "You're welcome."
this happened on and then you guys gotta come in February and you have to do your first joint interview with us.
Oh my gosh, the comments right now.
um
um,
Diswello, are you into white boys? Let's start there. This went from a healing situation to a hookup situation.
but
You said yes.
point,
Wait.
okay, but to our point, when you go through a healing situation, you need your friends around you. You need your friends to gas you up. So
I'm
that's what we're
texting
doing
Scott
right
right
now.
now as we speak.
Tell him to get on live and also tell him to link us on his story as well as tag us and telling people to follow us. That's what you need to tell Scott to do.
Hold on.
Everybody can get it.
Hold on. I'm like, I think I found you a date. I was like, I know.
You found him a date. I found him a date.
No, I found him a date.
Go to the next point of our discussion.
I'm the one that has the controls over here that can show the comments. I said, long story short, I'll fill you in later.
Yeah.
This is great. Oh, look at that. And the live streams on Instagram are starting to just stack up, baby. Okay, moving on. What not to do? No late night voice memos, no stalking the new guy they replaced you with. No, can we still be friends? Meetings at Starbucks, which I had to learn that the hard way. Don't do it. It's not worth it. Dangerous behavior. I think I'm just gonna send them one last message. Babe, no, you're not. And breakup booty is not a thing. So stop trying to make that. Stop trying to make fetch happen. It's not going to happen.
Do you want to know something?
What are your advice? What not to do?
Okay, but do you want to know something so toxic?
Tell me.
Like, I tell my friends who are single, who go through all these situations, all of that stuff, and I've done all of that stuff. I've definitely. It's so bad. Like, why can you tell people not to do it and you go ahead and do it? Like, why are we like that?
I normally do it when there's alcohol involved.
100%.
Because I get with your courage and I'm like, you know what? I have something I actually have to say that I didn't get it to get off my chest to start with. And then I'm not like the messy, annoying one, but I'll call and be like, I got something to tell you.
Yeah, but you're
like
gangster,
I did that with my ex. And I was like, I have something to tell you. And he was like, oh shit. And he's like, I don't even know if I should. He's like, I wasn't even sure if I should have answered this phone. I said, you did me wrong as a person. And I was a good boyfriend. You know that?
Not the pointing.
I really was. And then what else did I tell him? And I was like, and you traumatized me. And I'm sick and tired that you ran around. I said, and now I got to run into these people every time I go to the bar because you didn't know how to keep it in your pants. And now you want me, and now you got me ready to fight everybody. I said, and that's your fault. And I'm mad at you.
You know, it's so funny. The fact that you said to him, like, you traumatized me. There was actually one girl that I dated in high school. I ran into her at a drag show. And I just, we were talking, we were catching up, and I just said to her, like, hey, me and my friends are like going to this party afterwards. Like, feel free to come with us. And she was like, yeah, sure. Thanks for the invite. And we were dancing on the dance floor. And she was like, how crazy that I haven't seen you since high school. And I've like run into you at a drag show, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, yeah, it's crazy, right? I just want to let you know that I have a fear of rejection because of you. And she got so sad. She's like, I'm so sorry. And I'm like, no, that's okay. I've been to therapy. I'm all good.
That's okay, girl. You just ruined the vibe, but we're good.
But look, to your point, I think that if you were to feel like you need to do all of that stuff, like send the voice message, get drunk and call them, this is going to be the last message. Oh, maybe we can still be friends. I think one thing that you need to do, and I told this to one of my best friends, like, you know, a few months ago when he was going through something, I think that you need to set like a detox, like a 30-day detox. Like, even start with 1 week, even start with 1 day. Like,
You need
I'm not
90
gonna,
days.
but I think you need to start small. Like 90 days
Oh, a
is
small term
definitely,
goal. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah. Like, to just get through. Like, if you don't think you can pass the day, at least be like, okay, let me pass the morning. You get past 12 o'clock and you're like, okay, surely I can get to like the end of the day without texting this person. Like, I think you need to just like, you need to give yourself the space to understand who you are without this person, if that makes sense.
Got it.
Got it.
No.
Next.
I got bad news for Disuelo. Sorry.
Aww.
Scott has been officially locked. Sorry.
The
Here's
turn
the
of
thing. Again,
events.
here's the thing. What do we say? Russ minds his business, right? I'm not a nosy person. All I know is what people tell me. And last time I checked in with Scott, he was single and now he's not.
All I know
Are you in
is
the
that like
thruples? Just kidding.
all I know is that I pushed Scott on a live stream and he threw me under the bus. He threw me under the bus.
So sorry about that, world. My bad. Oh, Jesus. Aaliyah Alexandra is on Instagram and said, we usually do it because we have unfinished business. Very true,
Yes.
because that's the reason I made that phone call.
Mm,
Because I was like, you
mm,
know what? There's some things I didn't get to get off my chest
mm.
because when I entered that relationship, I just abruptly was like, boop, boop, did it so everybody could hear so that this person cannot play the victim. Because when you're a narcissist, that's the thing. When you're a narcissist, you always try to have control of the story. You're the victim. And I was like, no. You couldn't be the victim in every single one of your relationships.
Mm-hmm,
And so once
mm-hmm.
I had the hard evidence of, oh, you cheated, I said, this is going to be fun. And so I called it out on FaceTime when he was next to his mom and his sister. And I said, who is this? And why were you in a hotel with them? And why did you go on a romantic boat cruise? And all you heard was, what? From his mom. And then click off FaceTime. And I was sitting in my bed just like this.
You are insane and I love you.
You know why? Because we need to stand in our truth. We need to stand in our truth. And I think a lot of people don't do that. And you were not about to make me look bad because you were a cheater. So we were not going to continue this story of like, oh, my family hates you, right? Just like I always heard about how much his family hated all his exes because his exes were garbage and they just did him dirty and they didn't support him. And I'm like, no, let's see what your family thinks about you as a cheater, right? So here's what to do. Get yourself together, pack it up, pick yourself
Yep.
up from the bootstraps.
Yep.
Know what you're worth.
Mm-hmm.
Know what you're worth. Call it out when you see it, and know that you can do better and move forward.
Yes, I
And
like
so
that.
that was my intention when I was like, you know what? It broke me down for a minute, and I was like, we're gonna call this out. I have all the proof. I have all the evidence that I need. And it's going to be in front of an audience because you like an audience. So that's what you're going to get. You like an audience, you get an audience. And that's what he got, an audience. And I was like,
that needs a clap. That needs a clap.
I did the Nancy Pelosi clap for the Americans who were listening.
Let's do an actual clap for that one. There you go.
It went from that to this.
I believe that. I believe that. Nice. I love that.
And so when I called him out, we were like, you're fake. And so yeah, so I think what you need to not do is you need to not, again, intention is important, right? So you need to not be the one who's out here talking about Oh my god, but like, oh my god, there's this person that I know and like always brings up their ex. Always. I mean, I bring up my ex too, but when we're talking about subjects in the
Yeah.
podcast, like I
Yeah,
don't do
yeah,
this
yeah, yeah,
out. I don't do this out in my life.
yeah.
This is for context of we're trying to help out the community.
This is for context. Like, if the exes brought anything good into our lives, it's like that we have
It's for the
content for the. Thank you. We
if
didn't know
thank
it at
you
the time.
exes for
We didn't
allowing
know
us
it
to
at
talk
the
about you.
time. Exactly. We didn't know it at the time. We thought that you were the one, but really, you were the 1 minute of content on this podcast.
You know what? And you know what? Everyone is supposed to have their 15 minutes of fame. So there you go. You got your
There
15
you
minutes
go.
of fame. It
There
is
you
was
go.
trash.
There you go. Like and subscribe.
You're not selling Sunset. You're um they're not Love Island. They're not selling Sunset. They're like
Shipwrecked? No, that was bad.
I'm trying to think
Sorry.
of like some of the I'm trying to Rock of Love. You know, just the worst of the worst reality shows. So that's what you are. Not Paul, but our exes. So yeah, so
Thank
what you
you.
should be doing is you should be building your boundaries, right? So what I did when
Mhm.
I called out that situation, this is where moving into the next section, is
Mhm.
build your boundaries and know your worth and don't be afraid to hold their foot to the fire. Even if you literally have to do it. No, I'm just kidding. Don't sue us. Don't actually hold anybody's foot to an actual
I'm so scared for this podcast
fire.
right now. Don't. I'm not endorsing that.
um so hold your boundaries and hold them accountable because you know what? If someone is a narcissist, they like to make you feel like you're the bad person and then you feel worse about yourself. So know your worth, know your boundaries, and know what
I
situation that you just got yourself out of.
I do also just want to do the flip side of that, which is like where you
Fall
said
apart.
hold them account. Oh my goodness.
Hold them
Where
accountable.
you where you've said hold them accountable. To the flip side of that, it's like hold yourself accountable. Like I think, and this probably was one pattern with me and my ex where he would, go back and forth with saying to me, like, I'm sorry for this, I'm sorry for that. And I'm like, cool, thank you for your apology. But then he would come back and bring something up from the past again. And I'm like, were you really sorry? Because you keep bringing things up from the past. And like, yes, maybe he was trying to hold me accountable, but my way of holding myself accountable was not giving into that bullshit again. So I literally just walked away from the situation where I was just like, I'm not talking to you about this anymore. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not talking to you about this anymore. So I think on the flip side, like, yes, you can keep someone accountable, but there is a beauty in like keeping yourself accountable and walking away and being like, no, not again, not this.
Not
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 this.
again, not me being drugged through the gutter again. Um, no, but there's an importance to that is a type of closure when you can do
Yeah.
those things. When you can
Yeah.
because you have to do what brings you peace. You got to do what like protects your own peace. So figure out what that is. And for some people, they need
Yeah.
to go to a kickboxing class and punch the hell out of a kickboxing bag because they just need to get their anger and aggression out because they've had all this pent upness from a toxic relationship. Um, and for me, it was partying in New York City with all the gays. That's how I got over my ex. I was like, we're going to New York City. And I was in New York City, honey, at like 2 to 3 times a month. And I was outside. I wasn't being a hoe, but I was definitely outside.
Outside.
And and I was like, we're having a good time. Um, and
I
then
endorse that.
next thing you know, I was booed up. So baby
Yes, that's the
boot
story.
up. So
Love that.
that's how you get over your ex, through your ex, and one over on your ex. Okay. So
Through your ex.
yeah. So there is a song. I will post it in the Good Day Gay Instagram. It's actually a really good song.
What song's that?
F My Ex by hold on. Let me see, hold on. I'll just post it. They'll see it. Our Naur Moments of the week. We are here. We are at the time frame where we talk about our week. Paul,
Oh no.
what is your moment
My
of the week?
my oh no moment of the week is a little bit of a rant.
Come on,
Um
Russ Rants.
come on, Russell Rants. You didn't have a Russell rant this week, but
I
okay.
didn't.
Your oh no could turn into a rant. We'll
It
see.
could.
um my oh no moment of the week this week is a little bit of a rant, and it's only that sometimes I do love to go out and I do love to party and I do like to dance. But sometimes lately I find myself like not loving going to a straight or like not a queer, not a gay venue, because sometimes I feel like the energy is a little bit off, a little bit like standoffish, like,
Mm-hmm.
straight girls being like, why are you talking to me? Like giving the stank eye and stuff. Like,
Mm-hmm.
so sometimes I don't love going to like straight venues because I don't think that the energy is very welcoming and very inclusive, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And so last week I went to this party, and like, mind you, it was like an inclusive queer party. Um, and my friend was there, and I think he was just trying to be like that girl, like, he was just trying to like gas a few people up. So he was like, looking at these girls and being like, they were dancing, they were twerking, and he was like, yeah, yes, get it. And then they just like stood up and looked at my friend and were like, mm-mm, mm-mm, no white
With a
boy.
finger wave?
Yeah, like, mm-mm, mm-mm,
Oh,
no white boy. And like, I saw it happen, and like, I
you lost me
apologized.
at that.
Exactly. Like, I saw it happen, and I like apologized to him, like, the next day when we talked about it. And I was like, I'm really sorry. I did see that. I felt like I should have said something, but I saw you shake it off, and I didn't want to talk about it because I didn't want you to keep thinking about it.
Yeah, you don't want to give
Um,
it any.
but also that's my own moment of the week, where I'm like, this party was marketed to be like a queer and inclusive party, and my friend was just trying to like gas you up. He's gay, like, he doesn't want you, honey. Like,
Yeah.
that's my thing with straight girls. It's like, why do they think that everyone wants them when it's like no one wants you? And
Literally nobody wants you. The guy with six packs doesn't even want you because he wants another guy with a six pack.
literally. And so, like, that's my own moment of the week. Like, why do people have to like ruin other people's energies? The party. Do you know what I mean? Do you know what
Yeah,
I
well,
mean?
here's the thing too. Like that's happening in Palm Springs, right? Like all the straight girls want to go because it's a safe space, and then you want to tell us how to party in our element. Like, do you know who we
Yes,
are? We invented you. Your whole
exactly.
outfit from head to toe is gay, and that was because of us. And you want to come tell us how to party in our venue?
Mm-hmm.
I don't
Mm-hmm.
have time for it.
Literally, artists like Zara Larson, Tate McRae, they've literally publicly said, like, I created this album for the gays. I
Gays.
only had gays and women in the studio during this whole production. It's like, girls, we created you. You created us for us to create you.
For us to recreate you.
But that's my Ono moment of the week. It's like, okay, we're just trying to have fun. Don't ruin the night. Mm-mm.
But also, don't shake your finger at me because I will break it. Like 100. Like my biggest pet peeve is when people shake their head at me and when people shake their finger at me. Like, let me tell you, there was this guy on our kickball
Russ's
team.
rants,
Here comes the
Russ's
rant, bitch.
rants,
Here comes the rant.
Russ's
See, you
rants.
sparked it.
I
Snap.
always spark it. I always spark it.
Here comes the rant. Okay, there was this guy named Kev, and he was our captain of
Mm-hmm.
our kickball team last year. And he did some
Mm-hmm.
dumb shit at our Vegas tournament when he like threw the ball at someone, or like he was pitching bad or something, right? And then
Uh-huh.
I went to go get an out. I threw the ball. There was no backup because there was no coaching on our team at the time. So it was
Yeah.
like, hey, when you throw the ball, we need backup so that there's a line of sight. So it should have automatic. I should have been able to throw the ball, and there should have been someone behind that person just in case they missed the
Okay.
ball. Anyways,
Yep.
so he waves his feet. He was like, Russell. And the way I wanted to snap his neck and break his finger, because I was like, you don't
Literally.
wave your finger at me when you don't even know how to play, bitch.
Don't
So
wave your finger at Russ.
that's the rant of the
Lesson of the
week.
story. Don't wave your finger.
Lesson of the week: don't wave your finger at a gay because we will get you together, and you'll be lucky if you have 3 left. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
especially in our space. This isn't my space no more. Get out of here.
It's our space.
Brett Michael Walker said, "You created us to create you," and he said, "Right."
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he said it's a little heart.
Oh,
Um, my
what's
oh no
your oh
moment of the
no?
week. Let me tell you about this.
Oh my
I
gosh, I'm
posted.
scared.
I
You always
posted
like hook
something.
me. Do you know what I mean?
I posted something on Instagram
Oh, I think I remember what you
about
posted.
this. And I
About
said,
what?
huh?
About what?
About the podcast this week.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I was like, this.
And
What is
the post
this?
was,
Does anyone have
um,
toys? Is that what you said?
oh wait, I also have a really good meme for this week. But I said, any of my friends recently go through a breakup and want to give tips on what you did to get over it? Question mark. Either tell me your story or on the podcast Friday night. I thought it was very clear that, hey, I'm telling you this. You're gonna be able to like come on the show if you want to.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It turned into this like I had people messaging me from left and right, like, oh my God, are you okay? I'm so sorry. Like, like, what are you talking about? Right. And then it like I'm telling like people were like messaging me left and right, and then people were trying to shoot their shot. Like I got
Oh,
unsolicited nudes in my DMs, and I'm like,
love that.
what is happening? Like, what? I'm so confused on what's happening right now. And it's like, oh my God, I recently got broken up with too, and I was like, who was getting broken up with? Like, you know what I mean? Like, it turned into a shit show. I had and I kid you not, I had no less than like 56 DMs in my messages about that damn thing. And then I woke up to 6 more additional text messages
Wow.
that's like, I'm sorry this happened to you. Just know when God removes someone out of your life, they're gonna place someone else in your life. And I'm like, I really appreciate all the advice, but
Oh.
this was not about me in any capacity. And I didn't even know how to shut this down. So then I had to go on Instagram that morning as I was getting ready for work, and I'm there's something I need to address. And then I'm like, my story was not about me. I wanted to know because if you listen to the podcast, last week we talked about summer scoops and holiday hookups, and this week we already talked about it. We teased it that we were gonna be talking about breakups, and we want to see how to get over those or whatever. And I'm like, the internet is great. Like, don't you have a hobby? Don't you have a friend? Like, what? Like, don't you like if you don't listen to podcasts, and it clearly said podcast in bold.
Yeah, yeah.
And then there's this guy named Ross who plays on our
Come on,
team, and he's
Ross.
hella funny. He he messages me and he's like, "Thank God you're cleaning this up because the way." And I was like, "What are you talking about?" Um, so
But see, that's
it started an entire shit show of like people thought I was going through it. So then I had to go on Instagram live again, or like I kept posting my story, and I was like, just so you know, I'm not that person. The last person I'm going to be is if I'm in a situation where I'm like heartbroken and distraught.
you're not gonna be on
I'm not going to set
Insta.
up a camera and cry in front of it. I'm not going to reach out to everybody on the internet and be like, woe is me. Like, no, I'm gonna buckle down, power through it, and continue on moving forward. You don't
Yes.
even know if I'm in a relationship or not. You don't even know if I'm gonna be married or not. Like, you will know only what I want you to know about my life, right? And
That is so
so half the
funny.
people on my Instagram didn't know that I was unofficially engaged at one point. I had a ring, but didn't nobody get down on no knee. So I was like, as far as I know, I just have a nice shiny ring. I was never proposed to.
Yeah, yeah.
So you know what I mean? And like people don't know that either. So it was just like this out of left field. Like everybody had their different ideas of like what was happening on my Instagram, and I was so caught off guard by it. Like, where did this even come from? Right? Like
That is hilarious.
it really threw me for a loop, and I was like, oh no, I gotta explain what I meant. Like reading is essential, y'all. Like reading and punctuation is very important, and the punctuation is clearly stated if you want us to be on the podcast today. Um, and I was so overwhelmed that there was like 3 people who wanted to be on the podcast that
Aw.
I couldn't even get back to them the right
Yeah,
way because I was too
yeah.
busy doing damage control and being nosy about these unsolicited pictures that came into my DMs. I was like, wait, hold on, let's see this. Like
Zoom.
what is being submitted now? Um, and yeah, so that was
That's for
one of
our
my oh no moment of
OnlyFans.
the weeks. The second one,
Uh-huh.
I was at the gym in New York and I was on the stair climber, and
New
there was this
York.
really nice lady who was in a wheelchair. She was semi paralyzed, but
Mhm, mhm.
in a sense of like her legs are like locked up so they don't move quickly, but she can
Oh.
still function,
She can
stand on them
move. Yeah,
and
okay.
move them, but she has to
Yeah.
use an electric wheelchair to get around because it's a very slow, like when I say slow, it's a very slow paced walk.
It take a lot of her energy.
And so she was getting up out of her wheelchair and she was getting onto the elliptical, and there was
Mm,
this guy
mm,
who was doing dumbbell chest press.
mm.
And next thing you know, his weights go flying, and I'm like, maybe he's just one of those. Maybe he's one of those douchebags who, like, does the chest press, let him go, lets him slam on the floor. They bounce all over the place because he wants everyone to know that he's lifting heavy.
To listen, yeah.
So then I'm on the stair climber, and my earphones are in, and I'm seeing this go down. I'm like, oh, what a douchebag! Like he dropped his weights like that, like it almost hit this lady because it
Mm, mm.
landed right in front of her. And then he approaches her, and I'm thinking like, oh, he's apologizing, or like he's like, oh, my bad, like whatever, like because he realized she was in a
Yeah, yeah,
wheelchair.
yeah. Yeah.
Nope, not the case. As I'm removing my headphone, he was like, "Get the fuck away from me. I know you're trying to take pictures of me. You're the paparazzi." Like all this stuff. And so like it registers to me what's happening. So I'm like, "Yo, don't talk to her like that." Like I automatically say something. And I'm like, "Don't talk to her like that." It's like, "Who the fuck are you?" Like started going in on him. And then the cleaning guy, who was like this like massive New Yorker, like goes up to him. He's like, "Hey, don't you be talking to our members here like that? You some kind of crackhead, blah 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 blah," like just going in on him. So then like there's like 4 of us on stair climbers. We all jump off and we all like rush the lady to protect her. And then I went to
Oh.
her, I was like, "I'm so sorry I did not come up earlier because I didn't I just thought he was one of those guys that dropped his weights." And then I realized that you got uncomfortable because I seen the dynamic change. I was like, "So I just want to apologize that I didn't come
That's
sooner." And
nice.
like, "Are you okay? Like, did it hit you?" I was like, "Because if that's the
Yeah,
case, we're
yeah,
gonna beat him up outside." And she was like, "No, nothing hit me." She's like, "But he's very weird." So I was like, "I'm sorry." Like, it was a very awkward situation, but
Mm,
that
mm.
goes to being said. If you see something, say something in
Say
multiple
something.
levels of
Yeah,
things. Like,
exactly.
don't be afraid
Mm,
to speak up. Like, you should speak up. And
exactly.
I know that this time
Yeah.
is crazy and you don't never ever know how people are gonna react, but
Mhm,
I mean,
mhm.
I carry, well, I ain't even gonna tell you what I carry. It's
If
nothing
it's safe to do.
crazy.
Oh
It's
my
nothing crazy,
goodness.
but I just carry something that's very heavy that I can throw at someone just in case I need to.
It can make
Um,
through TSA is what you're saying.
yes. I mean, a laptop, like, and I don't want people to be thinking extremism here. Like, it's like a cell phone that I can throw, right? Like, it's an old one, it's an old battery, but I still have it in my fanny pack just in case I gotta throw it.
Not the
'Cause
Nokia, oh
if it
my
hits you in the
gosh.
face, it's an LG 9800. That'll knock you out.
I can't. I can't
So
right now.
yeah, that was my or no moment of the week, and yeah, so that I just felt bad for her, but like
Yeah, yeah.
the other oh no moment of the week was just crazy, outlandish, and unsolicited, or unwarranted in any type
That's
of way, which
hilarious.
I thought, um,
You need to
but
send all of those people the link to this podcast right now. This is what I was talking
for
about. This is what you could have been a
real.
part of.
For real. There was like 2 or 3 people who were like, those of us who really know you knew what you actually meant. Um,
Mhm.
so yeah, it was like a whole thing. And here's some words of advice
Cute.
before we go.
Mhm.
If you're attracted to both women and men, but neither of them are attracted to you, that means you are by yourself. And with that being said, don't text him, sis. Get over him. We will see you next week for another episode of Good Day Gay Podcast. Bye.